Chosen one. This video you think you opened by chance today is actually a letter written for you. Sometimes a single word you hear in the most ordinary moment of life can change your whole destiny. And now these words have reached you because you are not an ordinary person. There is a power hidden inside you. That power has been waiting silently for years. But when the time comes, it will open, and it may be waiting for this very moment. The difference you felt as a child, the moments when you thought your heart was vibrating deeper than others, the whispers you could not explain that came from inside you in the dark of the night. None of these were in vain, because the soul of the chosen one is woven with signs from the very beginning, and now you are about to unlock the chain of those signs. Many people only look at life with their eyes, but you have a vision beyond your eyes. This is an invitation given to you by God and the universe, and this invitation will take you on an 8-step journey rising to the heavens. On this journey, you will learn everything. You will see the unseen. You will learn to heal. You will discover protection. You will touch beyond time. But know this, as you climb these steps, your old life will be left behind, because this journey was designed not only to increase your knowledge, but to transform your entire being. When you pass the 8 steps, you will no longer be the same person. The look in your eyes will change. The vibration in your heart will grow stronger. Your voice will carry another echo. Are you ready? Because this is not just a video. This is the moment your soul comes into reality. 8. Divine powers are calling you, and you are chosen enough to hear that call. Before we begin, write the hidden number 777 in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Now we begin. First step: prophetic vision. All people think they are limited only to what they see, but in this part, we will unite your sense of sight with your soul. You will not be limited to what your eyes see inside you. There is a window that senses the unseen together. We will open this prophetic vision, is the opening of that window. Most people only look at the stars in the sky, but you feel that something is hidden in the space between the stars, because the unseen is as real as the seen. And you know this power may have revealed itself to you when you were a child. Maybe your dreams were not ordinary. Maybe you felt in your heart what was going to happen before it happened. Maybe you were in a place you never knew before, and yet it felt familiar. These were not imaginations. They were signs given to you because the chosen one is tasked with seeing at the beginning of the journey. Prophetic vision is not only about sensing the future, it is also about seeing the truth in the essence of a person. When you look into the eyes of someone, you understand what they feel. You hear the silence behind the words they say, and you know if they are sincere or trying to deceive you. This is also part of the vision because this power works beyond time. It touches both the future and the hearts. To use this, you must first embrace silence. The world constantly speaks, shouts, distracts. But when you become silent, a whisper begins to appear deep inside. That whisper guides you. Maybe it comes as a small detail that seems unimportant, maybe as a strong inner voice. This is your vision. When you focus on this silence, doors open to you. The quieter you are, the more this gift grows. Silence is a great weapon. The secret of prophetic vision is not to force it, but to give it space. When you release your mind, the signs begin to flow naturally in dreams, in the people you meet, in a sentence you read. When you catch a message from the universe, you know it is special for you because it creates an echo deep in your heart. And know that this power is not only to guide you, but also to protect you when you are about to take the wrong path and the voice inside says, no, it is actually the invisible hand pulling you away. This is God wanting to keep you away from that event. In such moments, stop and listen to your intuition. Watch that silence, and it will be easier to choose the path God prepared for you, because when the veil of vision is lifted, it means life is preparing you. This journey that begins with prophetic vision does not only tell you about the future, it also teaches you to read the pages where your destiny is written. As you read these pages, you prepare for the other steps, because to see is the beginning of knowing, and to know takes you to deeper powers. A step: healing power. In the first step, you learn to see. Now it is time to touch the wounds you have seen, because the divine journey is not complete only by seeing the truth, but by healing it. The healing power comes from the pure essence of a human. It is clearly seen in those who choose goodness. And even if they do not notice, every person has healing inside. But the important thing is to bring it out and use it with purity. This is a great power. Only those who choose goodness and the chosen ones can use the healing power. The light inside you is strong enough to mend broken hearts and to revive tired bodies. Every human suffers, but the pain of the chosen one is different. It vibrates not only for himself, but also for the wounds of others. The tears of another echo in your own soul, and in that moment your healing power awakens. This power can flow with words, with touches, even with your presence standing next to someone. May already give them healing if someone becomes sick and helpless near you. Put your hand on their forehead and ask God for healing for them. Doing this will speed their recovery. They may not feel it, but they will heal. Be sure the chosen ones are sent to give healing to others. Healing is not limited to the body. A word, a smile, a look can also be medicine. It can come as cure to broken hearts and to those with low spirit. Because real healing begins with embracing the soul. When the soul is embraced, the body also recovers. The higher you raise your soul awareness, the stronger your healing becomes. To raise your soul awareness, you must strengthen your connection with God, because the source of healing comes from God. This is why the greatest power of a healer is the bond with God and the mercy in the heart. Mercy is an invisible medicine. Sometimes to heal, great miracles are not needed. A small gesture may give new joy of life to someone who lost hope. A mother holding her child, a friend reaching out a hand in darkness. Each of these is an example of healing power that looks ordinary but is sacred in truth. To use this power, you must also turn to yourself, because someone who wants to heal others but ignores his own wounds will soon be drained. First, notice the cracks inside you. Embrace them with love. Only then can your light flow to others. Remember, water cannot be poured from an empty cup. Healing power sometimes comes as a test. Someone who hurt you may appear, your heart breaks, your trust shakes. But in that moment, what you are meant to learn is this: can you embrace not only your own pain, but also the pain of others? When you pass this test, your power deepens. Your best friends in these healing tests will be patience and love. And know that this power is not limited to you. The divine uses your heart like a channel. When you intend healing, it does not belong to you, but to the light passing through you. This is why healing power requires humility and surrender, because you are not the healer. You are only the path of healing. Remember, healing itself is only in the hands of God. The second step calls you to expand your heart, because the heart that expands becomes young. The heart that gives healing becomes strong, and with every healing you move closer to the door of the next secret. The journey that began with seeing continues with giving healing. Third step, divine guidance. The third step of the journey asks a person to listen to a source that goes beyond his own power. Divine guidance, because sometimes even the sharpest eyes lose their way. Even the most merciful hearts feel helpless, and in those moments an unseen hand shows you the path. If this path is shown to, you know that God values you. If He did not value you, He would not show you the way. Divine guidance is the whisper of the heavens. It usually reveals itself, not with loud voices, but with subtle signs. Finding the answer you have searched for days in a page of a book, the single sentence of a stranger that lights up your mind, the small opportunity that appears right when you were about to give up. None of these are coincidences. God does nothing meaningless. Everything has a reason. Actually, let me tell you this: there is no such thing as coincidence. Everything is part of a divine plan. It may be hard to understand, but truly, God is aware of everything He does. Not forget even the ant He created. He is the owner of infinite power and strength. To hear this guidance, you must separate your ears from the noise of the outer world. When you enter silence, you feel a gentle vibration inside your heart. This vibration is often deeper than your mind can grasp. But when you learn to trust it, your way opens. Sometimes in your journey, you may think you are alone. People may not understand. Friends may step away. Crowds may turn silent. But in that moment, divine guidance steps in. Remember, God is with the lonely. In truth, there are unseen friends with you. Some are the prayers of your ancestors. Some are the support of celestial beings. Some are the pure voice inside you. All whisper the same message. You are not alone. Divine guidance does not always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes it closes doors, sometimes it narrows paths. But these obstacles that look negative actually direct you to the right way, because real guidance brings truth, not ease, to use. This power you need trust. Lean your back only on God and leave the rest to Him, because the Creator, who knows you better than yourself, will show you the right way. Your mind may resist, your heart may doubt, but when you take the step and later look back, you realize, yes, the power that guided me was right. This awareness is the sign that your bond with the divine has grown strong. Never stop giving thanks to God for putting you on this path. This will lift your soul awareness to higher steps. And remember, guidance is not only personal when you find your way. You also become light for others, because one who receives guidance unconsciously gives guidance too, just like a lighthouse in the sea showing the way, not only to the ship, but also to the shore. And this is another sign that you are chosen. The third step teaches you this: listen to the silence inside you, because the voice of God is hidden there. When you hear this voice, your steps become firm, your heart becomes strong, your path becomes clear, and this clarity carries you to the door of the next secret step: manifestation ability. The fourth step of the divine journey is the power to turn thoughts into reality. Manifestation is not only to dream, but to reflect the intention inside you to the universe and to see the response of that intention in your life. Most people think it is coincidence, but in truth, it is one of the strongest gifts given to you. Everything starts with an idea. The greatest discoveries in the world were born as a spark in the mind of someone. But that spark, when fed with faith and turned into action with determination, changed the world. The dreams born in your heart are the same. They are not empty images. They are calls. When you take those calls seriously, your reality starts to shape. The secret of manifestation is not only to want, but to believe. Faith is the fuel of intention. A doubtful heart blocks its own way, but a believing heart invites the unseen. When you sincerely say it will happen, the heavens move with you. But this power does not work for selfish desires. The true intention, when it touches others, also comes to life faster, because the universe responds more strongly to the steps taken, not only for me, but for us. An intention that carries love inside always gives fruit more quickly. Think about a seed when it falls into the soil. An unseen process begins. You cannot see it with your eyes, but that seed sprouts, grows, and becomes a tree. Manifestation works in the same way. You plant your intention. You wait with patience, you feed it with faith, and when the time comes, your intention bears fruit. This step also introduces you to responsibility, because every thought you carry, every intention you make is tied to your reality with invisible threads. A dark thought and a light-filled intention are both subject to the same law. So be careful with what seeds you feed your mind. Your life will turn into that garden. When you realize the ability of manifestation, there is no room for coincidence anymore, because you know you are a co-creator of your own reality. This awareness not only strengthens you, but also prepares you for the other steps, because from now on, deeper powers will be needed. And remember, if a dream was given to you, it also carries the possibility to come true, because the heavens do not whisper empty dreams. Every light that falls into your heart is actually an invitation. When you accept the invitation, your life begins to transform. Step protection field. On this step of the journey, you meet one of the greatest gifts waiting for you, the protection field, because as your light grows, the shadows also notice you. When the power inside you rises, the dark voices from outside may increase. But this step reminds you of the presence of an unseen shield. You must trust it and lean on it. Your only trust and support should be God. Always remind yourself that there is no one else to rely on. The protection field is not only against outer enemies, but also against the devil inside you. Your fears, your doubts, your despair. All of these come from the darkness within that tries to wear down your soul. But when your heart is surrounded by divine light, these dark vibrations cannot come close, because light is the strongest shield, and it is the only thing that will protect you forever. This power sometimes awakens with a prayer, sometimes with a strong intention rising inside you. A circle is drawn around you that no one can see, but you can feel it. Your heart suddenly calms, your mind becomes clear, and at that moment you know that an unseen hand is holding you. The protection field covers not only you, but also your loved ones. This depends on how great your light is, for example. When a mother looks at her child, the pure love rising from her heart builds an unseen wall. A prayer of a friend for you moves around you like light. This bond connects people with invisible shields, and you can feel them. Sometimes storms rise in your life. The words of people become heavy. The events press on you. But if you have a protection field, none of these can reach your heart. The wind blows outside, but at your center, silence rules. This step teaches you to guard your own center. This power also brings responsibility, because a protected heart must be even braver against the darkness. Now you know that you are not walking alone. You are moving with unseen armies, and this awareness calls you to take stronger steps. Imagine sitting around a fire. The light of the fire keeps away the darkness and breaks the cold. Your protection field is the same. The fire burning in your heart surrounds you and the ones around you. As long as you keep the fire alive, no darkness can approach you. The fifth step not only defends you, it also prepares you for greater secrets, because a protected soul can now face deeper truths, and this confrontation will carry you to the next stage of the journey beyond time. Sixth step: memory beyond time. Time seems like a straight line for most people: yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But this is not true. It shows you that time is actually a circle, and someone standing in the center of that circle can see both past and future at the same time. That is why the sixth step opens the memory beyond time. Sometimes you are in a place you have never seen before, but everything feels familiar. Sometimes you see a face for the first time, but your heart whispers, "I know this one." Or you remember knowledge you have never learned. All of these are moments when you touch the ancient memory of your soul. Because you are not only this life, you carry wisdom that has been preserved through the ages. To understand this, you must not be trapped only by what is in front of you in this moment. The memory beyond time shows you not only the past, but also possibilities before making a decision. The intuition rising inside you is the echo of the future. You must listen to it, otherwise events can push you into deeper confusion. When the shadow of an event not yet lived falls into your heart and you listen to God, you will choose the right path, because He always wants to help you. This power teaches you two things. First, that no knowledge is ever lost. Second, that no experience is ever wasted. Everything gathers in your memory and appears when the time is right, like a seed under the soil. When its season comes, it grows and rises into the light. To reach the memory beyond time, you must calm your heart when the mind talks too much. It covers both past and future with a veil. But when you become silent, your heart remembers the old songs. Those songs whisper to you both your path and your roots. This step also gives you a great responsibility, because memory must be read correctly. Being trapped in the shadows of the past or lost in the possibilities of the future will drain you. The important thing is to use the knowledge you see in the light of today, because the real power is hidden in the now. Think of a mirror. When you look into it, you see not only your face, but also all the years behind your eyes. Your childhood, your maturity, your future, all gathered in the same eyes. The memory beyond time is the same. All ages are hidden in the mirror of your soul. The sixth step lifts you beyond past and future and tells you this: You are not a prisoner of time, you are a being beyond time. This awareness prepares you for the next secret, because the soul that transcends time steps into a consciousness that can now see not only itself, but also the whole servant's step, unity, and blessing. On this step of the journey, you are no longer walking alone, because the seventh step carries you into the consciousness of unity. Here you realize that all the separate pieces actually belong to one whole, and this awareness touches your soul like a divine blessing. Think of a river flowing into the sea. Along the way, it moves alone. It fights with obstacles sometimes. It narrows. Sometimes it overflows. But when it reaches the sea, it is no longer a single stream. It merges with infinity. It becomes part of the waves. Your journey is the same. You started alone, but on the seventh step, you understand you are part of a whole. The consciousness of unity connects you with other souls, your friends, your family, even people you never met. You are tied with invisible threads. The joy of one brings you light. The pain of one makes your heart tremble, because you all come from the same source. And when you realize this truth, the youth inside you grows stronger. This step also brings blessing, because when you reach the consciousness of unity, you feel that the heavens approve you, as if an unseen hand touches your shoulder and says, "You are not alone. We are walking with you." That touch erases all your tiredness and gives you new energy. Unity and blessing also bring responsibility, because if you are part of a whole, everything you do affects the whole. Every word you speak, every step you take, every intention you hold spreads like invisible waves. And one who carries this awareness grows youth and light in every action. Sometimes in life, there are moments when you look at the sky and hear an echo deep in your heart. That echo is the sound of thousands of souls beating at the same time. In that moment, you know you are not alone. This knowing makes you younger, because your burden becomes lighter. You are now on the shoulder of the whole. The seventh step brings you to the threshold of a greater secret, because one who carries the consciousness of unity shines not only with their own light, but with the light of the whole. And this light carries you to the final step, to the gate of the greatest transformation, the carrying of light. Saint step, carrying the light. At the end of the 8 steps, you are no longer only a learner. You become the one who passes it on, because on this step, the greatest task given to you is revealed to be the carrier of the light. Now you exist not only for your own journey, but also to illuminate the path of others. Carrying the light is like holding a torch in your hand as you walk. It lights your way, but at the same time it opens the road for those who come behind you, maybe without realizing it. Your words, your stance, your silence plant hope in the hearts of others, because the light is not only yours, it exists to be shared. This power may seem like a heavy responsibility. You may ask, who am I to be light for others? But remember, the source of the light is not you. You are only the channel through which the light flows, and that is why you do not need to be perfect to carry the light. It is enough that you do not let the light inside, you go out. Carrying the light is the peak of the divine journey, because here your limits disappear. When you start touching the lives of others, youth grows not only in you, but also around you. The sparkle in your eyes becomes contagious when you smile. They smile when you rise, they find courage. But this step also warns you, never belittle your light, never dim it. Because the light you carry is not only yours, it is also the path for those who will come after you. Your task is to protect it, to grow it, and to share it. In a dark room, when a single candle is lit, the whole room is illuminated, but when hundreds of candles burn at the same time, the night turns into day. Your light is the same, valuable on its own, but when combined, it becomes infinite power. That is why, when carrying your light, invite others to light their own. And now the 8th step prepares you for the great finale, because one who carries the light is no longer only a traveler, they are the path itself. You are no longer only the one who seeks, but the one who finds, no longer only the one who sees, but the one who shows, no longer only the one who walks, but the one who guides. You have passed the 8 steps one by one. First, you learned to see and remembered the secrets of sensing the unseen. Then you healed both your own heart and the souls of others on the 3rd step. You heard the divine guidance in the silence on the 4th. You saw that your intentions could become reality. On the 5th, the invisible shield, your field of protection, appeared on the 6th. You touched the memory beyond time and realized that past and future meet in the same circle. On the 7th, you were blessed with the consciousness of unity and felt that you are not alone. And on the 8th step, you became the carrier of the light. Now you must know this journey has changed you. Your eyes no longer look in an ordinary way. Your heart no longer beats in an ordinary rhythm. The power awakened inside you has turned you into a different human being. And this change is not only for you, because what you have learned on each step will also illuminate the path of others. You are now more than a traveler. You are the path itself. But do not stop here, because the divine journey never ends. It only turns into new beginnings. The step you take today will touch the destiny of others tomorrow. As long as you carry your light, that light will multiply. So never belittle it, never give up, because what you carry is a sacred legacy entrusted to you by the heavens. Now I ask you one thing. Listen to the voice that rises inside you. Trust the vibration echoing in your heart and whisper to yourself with a strong voice. I am chosen, I carry my light, and this is my appointed moment. This word will be your seal, because youth power, guidance, and light are now united in you. With this seal, when you look at your life, you will see that nothing is the same as before. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are walking with you in the Eye of Horus channel. New secrets, new lights, and new steps are waiting for you. Today you have completed the 8 steps that rise to the sky. Tomorrow, you will meet again with a new call to carry your light.